you're wondering what NFT is, this is the place to be in right now. But I'm sure a lot of us already know about what NFT is, but we still don't know how to get started, or you don't know what the whole fuss is about. How do you become an NFT artist? How and why are people making millions of money? What's cryptocurrency? What's Ethereum? What is minting? What is Bitcoin? I'm sure a lot of questions like this are coming up. But the most important question: how is NFT going to revolutionize the art space? So you have all your questions answered today because we have with us an NFT artist. He is a creative director at Riversand, which is a global software company that empowers enterprises to transform their data into an engine of growth. He is based out of Houston in Texas. He has over 14 years of global experience influencing product design with brands like Facebook, LinkedIn, eBay, etc. He is also the co-founder of NFT Malayali, which is a global collective of Malayali artists from all genres in the crypto art space. He's a designer, he's an artist, he's an entrepreneur, and he's much more. This is Melvin Thambi for you guys. Good morning and a very warm welcome to you, Melvin. And also a very happy Onam. Thank you for choosing to celebrate Onam with us by talking about NFTs today.
Hey, thanks,
Thank you,
Lakshmi.
Melvin.
Fiona.
Okay, so
Thank you, Melvin.
I'll also like to introduce somebody else. Mahesh Ravi here is the creative and academic head of Wiztoonz. He is an alumni of the University of Wollongong in Australia, and he carries around 15 years of experience in transmedia design. He's an internationally recognized academician, designer, photographer, filmmaker, and he's also a published writer. So welcome to the session, Mahesh sir, and over to you to formally kickstart the session today.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you, Melvin. Happy Onam.
Happy Anna.
And so you just woke up and you're here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I hope this is going to be an awesome session and a great start for your Onam. So, before we get into the topic, can you give a small brief about your journey so far and your entry into the NFT arena?
Yeah, I'm basically a designer by profession and artist by passion. And I used to do portrait drawings a lot. And I was looking for a platform where I can find value for the art. And then I discovered NFT is the next big thing, and I was researching on that. And one of my friend who invited to NFT was Nadamil, who was already established in NFT space. So he taught me what is all this was about, and then I started uh, putting my work over there. And before putting the work, I started researching on this, and I understood like this is a great opportunity to for any artist uh, who can establish their branding over here, as well as they can sell their artwork for a better price as well. So I was just looking for a space where technology, art, and design and branding everything comes together, and where an artist will get an opportunity to become like an entrepreneur, like so in NFT we need to be the entrepreneur kind of mind. We need to have that mindset because there is no one to promote you or anything like that. You just need to put your work yourself and you need to market yourself. You need to build a brand. So I really love the concept about it and the transparency on selling things as well. So that's how I started exploring this space.
Great, awesome. So, see, let's say for a layman, right? How would you explain or how do you define non-fungible tokens or NFT? So, for a person who doesn't know anything about it, what exactly is an NFT? And what is the fuss about? I mean, what is all this buzz which is happening, and why is everybody actually running after NFT right now? Why is this the talk of the town?
The reason is the money associated with the work that we are putting over here because a JPG image is getting a value of millions, right? So people are wondering what is happening over here and why this image is getting this much price, and it's not like a tangible product that they're getting, right? So that was the first question everyone has, especially when people made a huge news about selling his artwork for like 69 million or something, right? So that creates this hype. But then in NFT, what is happening is it like it's like investing on a person, like not just on the artwork. So in NFT, it's like investing on an artist more than on an artwork. So for people's that collage, it is his years of experience and his brand value in the art domain, and he used to create a lot of everyday kind of artworks daily, right? So that simple collage image contains all his experience, his brand value as an artist, and everything is there. So the person who invested on that JPG, he is actually investing on people, on people as an artist. So that artist is having that much value. That is where he is getting that price. But if I put that collage image, no one will buy for that price. So people actually look for the credibility and the growth of an artist, and they will invest on it. So that is why for some artwork the price might be too high, and for some artwork the price will be less. So those kind of concept is coming. In NFT, basically you can sell anything. NFT is not art. So people consider like NFT is the next art thing that is happening, but it's a complete wrong concept. NFT is just a medium, like you can sell anything. You can sell collectibles, or it's like a stock kind of thing as well. You can sell anything. Through NFT, you can sell art too. That is the difference. So yeah, and it has like historical value. I mean, like the brand value, those things associated with NFT, which makes it very costly. Hope I answer your question.
Yes, yes, you did. So basically, what you're saying is that rather than, looking at it's sort of like very similar to the stock market concept, right? We are looking at the company, and so instead of that, we are looking at artists and their value, right? What is their brand value that they've already established, and based on that, the value of the art also goes up there. So you can sell it for that price. So is the price basically defined by the artist, or is there a starting point there? I mean, if we are creating an artwork and we want to sell it on, an NFT platform, what is the process? I mean, how do they start, and what is the currency which is associated with it?
Yeah, basically, artist needs to figure out the pricing for his artwork, because since I told earlier, like there is no limit or anything like that. But we need to consider, like for example, if I put one artwork, we need to define why that costs that much, and it doesn't matter as well. Like for example, if some collector can easily connect with your artwork, and if they find you like a valuable investment, then sometimes it's like pure luck as well. But basically, what you need to do is like you need to understand the value of the artwork that you're gonna put in NFT. So it should not be like too high, and it should not be like too low as well. And you need to provide a room for the collector to make some profit for him as well. Like it's a business, it's a damn serious business, and it is not like an experimental place where you can upload some image and try your luck and make some money. It's not like that. So you need to have that long-term play, like when you need to have like a futuristic plan as well, like how you want to become a person in NFT space. So for example, when I entered this, my goal is to make a value in secondary market, not in the first market. Like that is where I'm looking for. Like someone needs to buy my work in secondary market for the price. So that is where I'm waiting for. So for so we need to consider all many factors while putting a price for our work. So the artist needs to define the price.
All right, awesome, awesome. So, can you tell us about your initiative, NFT Malayali? That's basically your brainchild. You found it. What is it all about? And why that initiative? What was your objective, or what was your goal when you founded, NFT Malayali?
Yeah, actually, NFT Malayali is like a collective. It's not just my brainchild. See, for example, so I think he's in the audience as well. His name is Anandan Nadamil. He's an amazing kid. Like he is only like 23 years old, and he was well established in this community, and he was helping a lot of artists, including me as well. So I thought like it's like a genuine thing that he's doing, and he was running a small WhatsApp group where some members were there. So one night I called him and told like, since we are doing a lot of support, why don't we make it like a brand? And we were brainstorming on one night, and I just told like we can name it like NFT Malayali because at least we can support the Malayali community first, and then we can expand the brand if it is going well. That was the whole idea, and Naraman liked the name itself, and we immediately booked a domain in GoDaddy the same night, and we registered the website, and we take the medium publication, and we just started like, and then we thought of conducting events so that instead of these are like little technical stuff, right? It might be very tough for people to digest the whole thing because it's overwhelming when you look at NFT and all the terminologies that is associated with it. So we thought like we will have like small events. We'll start with Malayalam, and then we will go with English, and then we can onboard people. And so that is where we figured out like many people are considering it like a very alien space because of the technical difficulties and the terminologies and all those things, the gas price, blockchain, crypto, everything, right? So we thought to make it easier so that they can enter into this field, and then they can explore this space, and if they can make some advantage out of it. And we need to make sure to people like technology is the easiest part, and selling an artwork in NFT is the hardest part because people think in other way. Like getting into the space is very difficult, and selling is very easy. You just put it over there, someone will collect. So that's a myth actually. Technical stuff is very easy. Like if you spend like one day into that, you will understand what to do with MetaMask and all the stuff, you know. So that was a whole idea. And then we started this brand, and slowly it was getting enough traction from many people. Slowly, people outside Kerala was also joining, and now it is like a global brand where people from Spain, UK, US, and everyone is joining right now, and everyone is Malayali right now. So it becomes like a global brand name, not just for Malayalis, you know.
Great, great. Nadamil, welcome. So, would you like to add to what Melvin said about your experiences with NFT Malayali and the whole NFT space? And we just heard that you are the person who actually brought or inspired Melvin to be in the space. So, would you share your experiences, please?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So let me introduce myself. My name is Anandakrishnan, and I'm known as Nadamail in the social profiles and NFT space. And like, it's been almost 5 months in the NFT space, and I just started doing NFT. Like, I thought I will make at least 20,000 or 30,000, and then I will leave. But when I started engaging with the community and everything, I started exploring the possibilities of an artist. Like I'm just 23-year old, and if I can sell my piece for like 2 lakhs or more than that to a collector, that which is not like possible in a physical space. I understood that, and there is not much opportunity for a digital artist on physical space, right? So like I was really inspired by the possibilities in this space. And after some time, like we had a small WhatsApp group, like we used to discuss, because at that time what happens is like no one was having a proper render about how to engage or how to sell an NFT. So we had a WhatsApp group, and we were discussing all the mistakes and all the stupid things that we were doing, yeah, on Twitter. You know, Twitter is a main medium to promote your NFT because most of these crypto people are in Twitter. So what we were doing is like we used to like sit till 4 a.m. Continuously tweeting on Twitter, and then woke up at 6 a.m. and then again start tweeting, and like all these stupid things were done. And even we used to spam a lot of collectors, and like lot of mistakes were done. And at some point when I started getting few sales, I thought about like sharing this with more people, and at the right time, I already connected with Melvin, and he was also very happy to like learn about NFT. And then on a night, like it happened in a day. I think we just discussed about making it as a brand, and it was Melvin's idea to make it as a brand, and he suggested to like we can build it as a brand so that we can share this knowledge with a lot of people, because anyway we are pretty experienced in this field, so we can share a lot of value with others. So that was our main idea when we started NFT Malayali. Like we need to share the experience that we have, and it's a huge opportunity for a lot of artists. So that was the main idea.
Thank you, Nadamil. By the way, people, you should check out Nadamil's work. He does a lot of photo bashing, and I think Nadamil, you basically work on photo bashing, right? That is your
It's
basic
actually
domain.
3D. It's actually 3D and photo bashing. Both are there.
You do this separately, right? You don't actually combine them and create one piece of art, but you do it separately, right?
It's not like that. Like my workflow is completely different, because like I do 3D stuff. I make a composition, then I photo bash and I paint over it on top of in Photoshop. That is my workflow. Initially, everything will be done in 3D. Then I will photo bash and then paint over on top in Photoshop.
Awesome.
That is,
Great,
yeah.
great, great. It's amazing works that you have
Like
on your Instagram. Please
this
check
is
it
not
out.
my
Yeah.
key skill. Okay, I'm more into design and art. I do it because I love to do something.
Amazing
Yeah.
work, amazing work. So, Melvin, what's your domain? What's your style of art? What that you actually put it up on NFT and all that? What is the style that you actually follow there?
So when I was looking at NFT, right, the one thing that I noticed is like artworks from 3D artist, and it's more into like graphics kind of thing, like somewhat like gaming kind of gallery. So I was little worried like whether I'm like just a 2D artist, right? Like I used to draw portrait drawings especially, and that is what I consider my skill. So I was wondering whether artists like me, there is a chance whether a visual artist has an opportunity here, because I was just thinking like this is only for 3D artist kind of people. So I was thinking like, okay, I will learn Cinema 4D and do some 3D works over there and put it over there. And I downloaded all the software and everything. But when I opened Cinema 4D, I think it was very overwhelming to me. Then I thought like, whatever happens, I will just put my 2D artwork. And I consulted with Nadamel also, and he told like, there is nothing like that, Chata. Like you put whatever you want to put. So then I thought like I will go with my drawing there. So instead of putting just a static image, what I thought was like to see, since this is like an e-commerce website, right? Whatever we say, like it's like a rectangle or a square space that we get to publish our work, and that's what the people see the first thing, right? So in order to grab the attention, I thought like I can be little more creative in presentation instead of trying any different medium or any style, like I will go with my existing style, but I will try some difference in presentation. So I put a time lapse kind of video, and I collaborate with a musician to add soul to the artwork that I'm doing, and I put it as a video. Then I think many people like that approach because people can easily see the effort that I'm putting behind each artwork. Like I draw from scratch, and then they can see the finished version. So when you look at my foundation, which you can see it in my Twitter, you can go to my pin tweet, and you can see all my works in Vasilex and in foundation. So that is a style that I follow, and I try to make it like my identity because in NFT, I think an identity is definitely needed, which you can achieve by uh, uh, doing some creativity in presentation, or you can bring that in your work style as well. So since my work style is same from past few years, I just thought to go with it and improve the quality day by day. But then I tried a different style of presentation. So that's how I started, and I was able to sell like five artworks in. So total, I put like six artworks and five artwork in foundation and one artwork in Vesirex, and I was able to sell five artworks in foundation, and the sixth one is there in Vesirex, and some collectors are interested. So I'm in talk right now.
Awesome. Great. So, one other interesting thing I wanted to ask is that I just saw that your daughter is also now an NFT artist, right? How did she get into it, and what's the, you know, what's the news there?
Yeah, it was interesting. Like, the best thing about NFT is like we used to connect with a lot of other artists as well. So that is what I like the most in NFT space. I connected with Anandan and I mean Nadamil, and I connected with many other people, especially with Hari Menon, and he's like a well-established photographer. So we used to talk very casually, and we used to connect with the family and everything. So Nadamil knows my daughter's skill, and he also told like, Jata, you need to bring your daughter to in this space. And when I talked to Hari Menon, he also show her, see her artworks in Instagram and all, and he told like she can be a amazing person in NFT. So he pushed me like ask her to put some work over there. So then I thought like we'll give it a try. Like I thought like it's a good opportunity, right? Like she can create her portfolio in a platform where she can actually pin price value also. And so we started from putting our work in Dribble and Behance. So I thought like let her start her putting her portfolio in foundation, you know. So then I talked to her and told like you need to start with your own style. It should have like your identity. Then I was brainstorming with my daughter, and she told like, Dada, why can't I start with my character? She had a character from when she was like 5 years or 6 years. She started drawing a character called Eva. So she told like I'll tell my stories through Eva, and it was like interesting. And she started doing that in one app called Flipper Clip, which she learned herself, like downloading that app, and it's like an animation tool. I still don't know how to operate it, but she learned by herself, like putting layers of drawing and animating it, and she's very happy doing that. And she created a small story about it, and she you created music in GarageBand. I think that is the name of that app, and she added that music and everything. So I helped her in editing it in Final Cut Pro, and I took her video of the story. And I put it in Twitter and I put it in Foundation, but it was like the moment I put it over there, like some of my friends bid. I think Nadamel also bid on it, and oh, one of the collector bid first, and then Nadamel put a bid. Then other people started putting bid, and it was like a bid war going on. And her artwork was featured in Foundation as well, and she got like 0.30 ETH at the end. And she's working on her second work right now, and she's getting very serious more than me, you know. So it's
That's
interesting.
really cool. Really cool. Yeah. The next generation is already in this, right? And there are we are still struggling to understand what exactly NFT is and all that. And the new, the generation is already starting with NFT, which is actually a great thing. I mean, see the potential of this. Yeah, we already know that every art, as you said, it is not just one particular art style. You can pretty much sell any kind of art in there, and also other things along with other things. But just to make it very clear, what are the types of art that you can sell there? What are the most popular art styles that are selling in the NFT space? Is it videos? Is it music? Is it photographs? What exactly is going on there? What is the top trending art styles?
See, basically in NFT, it's like selling one image or a video or a augmented reality stuff, right? So these are the three mediums that we can put in marketplaces. I mean, like NFT marketplaces. So you can go wild. Like so, just consider that as a medium, and you just focus on what you are doing. Like for example, if you are doing a painting, like if you are doing a watercolor, if you're doing an acrylic painting, or if you're doing 3D, or if you're a filmmaker, or if you're a musician, you can put anything there because the medium is like image or a video, you know. So there is no limit. And what I would say is like, for example, since I am a 2D artist, I will go with 2D artist because that is where when a collector look at my profile, he can see my growth in that space and how I am known. What is a brand value for me, right? Like so, when he look at my profile, he can see like I'm an illustrator. So I just need to go with that. But if when someone looks at Nadamel's profile, you can see like he is working a lot on 3D kind of thing. So that is where more than 3D, the quality of Nadamel is like the storytelling method. So for that, he will use anything, like that is his skill. That is what I always used to say to Nadamel. Like he has many ideas and he convert that into visuals where he use 3D and photo brushing and whatever it comes in the way. So that is where his brand value is. So when it comes to Mahesh, you might be having different style. Maybe you are a successful photographer means like then you need to put your photography there. So there is no restrictions there. Like for my daughter, I asked her to put the animation thing, because she likes to draw. She likes to tell stories. She loves to write stories as well. So I told her like then putting a video is better, like an animation piece is better. So she's not an amazing animation person or anything like that, but she's learning by herself. So I thought like she will improve her skill by putting more works. So yeah, it's up to each artist. He needs to figure out his domain and he or she needs to put the work accordingly. That's it.
Got it, got it. By the way, she is an amazing animator. You can't say that. She actually made it to the NFT space and solved her artwork also. So, what you're saying is that there is no limit to what you can do in NFT space. So every artist out there has, potential there. They can actually play around with it and they can get into it, right? So there is no restriction or something like one particular medium. You cannot do that or something like that. I think, all the three things that you have said is, in a style, whatever we do actually might differ, but the medium that is supported is actually open to all of us. I mean, especially the crowd that we have here, all of them are from multimedia domains, and each of them will have a different technique or different style and all that. And the potential of this, as you explained it, right? It's very huge information for all of us, and it's very useful. Thank you for that,
Mahesh,
Melvin.
can I add a point to that?
Yes, yes, please, please.
Like, see, if if the a collector is actually investing in the potential of that artist, actually, like it's just like investing on a company, like investing where on stock. Just imagine like that. The collector is actually investing on an artist. Like, if that artist is having a specific style, that person is like, if he's having a good potential, that collector is investing in that potential.
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
Sorry, man. I think there is some network. Hello,
I think we
am I
can,
audible now?
Yeah, we
yeah,
can
I
hear.
think we can hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So what I was saying is like a collector is actually investing in the potential of that artist. So if he is good with the style, or if he's having a method like proper style in his artwork, like an identity for his brand, then that person is investing in his potential, like in that brand. Like so, it doesn't matter what kind of style or what style of artwork that person is doing. Like in my case, I was not having a proper identity in my works. Like I always feel like I need to be a generalist. I don't want to stick on with a style. But if you are doing an NFT, like if you are like it's like selling, right? So there should be a brand in your work. So at some point, I understood. Initially, I was posting random NFT like without any proper style. So at some point, I understood that this is not the right way to sell NFT. So what I did is like I stick on to a theme, like a story. So I continued like every artwork that I mint on Foundation is actually sequel or prequel of one other piece which I'm already minted. So every piece is actually connected to each other. So it is having a storyline, and all the collectors that invested in my works know what is my roadmap, like what I'm going to mint or like what I'm going to drop in next few months. So if I make a plan, if I interact with a lot of collectors in the space, like there is no point. Like we can actually do any kind of work. We just need to follow that style and build a brand for that.
Awesome. Thank you, Nadamil. So, Lakshmi, would you like to take it forward? Yeah.
Yes. So, Melvin and Nadimil, this question is for you. So, where do you see this heading? Where do you see the whole NFT, the crypto art space heading? Is it like a long-term thing, or is it just like, a bubble that suddenly just popped up and it's going to go off soon? Where do you see this head?
Lakshmi, one thing that we need to understand is like um, people are attracted towards this seeing the money value, right? But what I would really tell to people is like this is an opportunity for any type of artist to gain knowledge as well as to connect with a lot of amazing artists around the world. For example, through NFT, I got a chance to connect with Hari Menon and we collaborate and we did a work together. Like I used one of his photograph as a reference and I draw a picture, and we try to spotlight the tribal communities, and so that drawing was like Brokpa, and we were collaborate with a musician called Lamy, and she produced a music which is adding value to that artwork. And so money value wise, like we were able to sell it for like 1.37 ETH. But more than the money value, the thing is like we were able to spotlight to that particular Brokpa community, the tribal community. So people were learning about that community, they were knowing about that community. So it is getting that international visibility. So through that space, we can talk about many things, like we can connect with a lot of people, we can tell many stories so that we can give value to that stories as well. So that is the output that I see in the first place. And when it comes to business, like for example, when you look at Ethereum or like on 2015, it was like $1, something like that, right? Now it is like around 3,000,
Yep.
and it might go up or down, that doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is like if it is going up, there is like a huge lot of potential. For example, if I sold my artwork for like so I sold almost like around like 4 ETs, right? So if I have that 4 ETs after 2 years or 3 years, the value of ETs can go up. So whether it's a good idea to transfer the money to the bank account right now, or whether it's a good idea to hold that Ethereum. So it's up to us. Like it's like we need to understand the business and how it is going and everything. So there is a huge potential over there. And so, and the other thing is like, for example, when my daughter put my artwork in Ethereum, I mean in NFT space, and when it gets like a lot of attraction from many people, right? The founders of that Flipper Clip app, they told like we need to connect with your daughter, and they came directly on a Zoom call and they directly talked to my doctor. I can't imagine this thing happening when she put up working in Instagram or in anywhere, like. So that is opportunity. That is a real opportunity that I'm seeing here, like the visibility. And I introduced one visual artist called Yamini. She is also in the audience, and she was not sure about all this space because she is like a visual artist, very established visual artist. Once I see her artwork, I told her like you should be definitely in this space because there will be a lot of demand for your artwork. And she was not that confident initially, but then when I told like this technical stuff is very easy, and she started exploring and she put her work, and without any promotion or anything, her work got sold in like 3 days, I think 3 or 2 days, I think. Like I would like to invite her as well. So, so that is an opportunity. Now she has like 4 artworks there, and she's planning to put a series of Genesis over there as well. So, uh, that is a real benefit that an artist in NFT space is getting. And so, so what I'm saying is like NFT can go like uh, if people are considering it, let's say hype or bubble, if even if it goes, the immense knowledge and the connections, the network, the visibility that an artist, the brand value, whatever the artist makes in this space is going to stay there. So it's always a like additional add-on for any artist, even if the business goes down.
Right. Yeah, I understand. So then what happens to those artists who are still, old school. They have their old school techniques. They want to paint on canvases. I saw you doing some wood carving, and it's beautiful work. So what happens to those kind of artists?
So, see, that is entirely different, like whatever you create in the physical space actually helps in the metaverse space, like the virtual space as well. It's not like you need to completely move from traditional space to this space. That is a myth, actually. Many people are confused with that. For example, my wife is drawing, she is also planning to enter into NFT, and she is doing a series of paintings in oil painting, like, and she's gonna put that as in NFT, and she's working on one oil painting right now. It's almost finished, and she might submit that in 1 week or 2 week. So her artwork is exhibited in Logameta Award, which is like an art exhibition curated by Boss Krishnamachari, and it's being there in Alapura, So the more she put her artwork on the public space, the more she can improve her branding when some collector is looking at her work. So these two spaces should be separated, and uh, for example, since the COVID is going on, that is the reason why I'm not able to do that carving thing, and because I need to take this wood carving to some place like Baltimore or somewhere, and then I need to print it because I don't I don't know the printing places in Texas right now. So there's a limitation because of this COVID situation. Otherwise, I will be doing that right now, and I might put that printed version in the image of that printed version might be in NFT space. So we need to be there in two spaces simultaneously.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that. Melvin, Yamini, I see you over here. Would you like to share, a quick intro about yourself and your journey into this space?
Hi everyone. Am I audible to you?
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Okay. So I'm Yamini. I'm from Kannur, Kerala, and I'm a visual artist. My works are mainly in charcoal. I drew figurative works, mostly anatomical figures, and body is the main theme in my works. And NFT is a quite different platform for me. Actually, I'm a beginner in this. Melvin gave me the confidence. I was not aware of this NFT concept at all. And I think 2 months back, I did the conversation with Melvin, and he gave me the confidence that it's a really interesting thing, and you should try like that. Then only I was exploring what is this, and I read some of the NFT Malayalis blog and all. So it was quite interesting, and I come to know about this platform. And our Unni Damodaran Chetan, he is also a visual artist. He gave me the full support how to he gave me the invitation to he told me how to work on it and what all the procedures you have to do like that. And this I was not aware like how my work will sell on it, or what will be the future, or nothing like that. But first I did the my first work listed in it. The second day itself it got bid, and it was quite I can't explain the happiness. And and I never expect that, because in foundation I have seen lots of digital works only, but the second day my work that too in it was quite a big work, but in we know we cannot see the whole image, just a thumbnail image of our work only. But I try to put my video in Twitter and all, and the details we can see in it. Maybe that influence them. Maybe they might have interested in that work, and they got that work got bid. And it was a quite inspiring thing, and I started working. My previous works, whatever works I have, I just listed in it. Second work, M&M Melvin's gallery itself, they bought my work. And so this whole journey, this MFT platform is very helpful, and it's a wide online platform. Actually, it's like a online gallery only. I felt like that as a visual artist from this situation, also in this COVID pandemic situation, we are helpless how to go and do the shows and all. Still in that scene, this is quite really very helpful for the artist and all, and I think all visual artists should come into this field. And that's it.
Thank you so much, Yamini, and wish you all the best for your journey ahead. So
Thank you. Thank
I
you so
totally
much.
understand your feeling of the selling the first NFT artwork. That was the same feeling
And
for me
I would
also.
like to tell one more thing.
Yes, please.
And my daughters are very interested in Teresa's work, Melvin's daughter, and they got inspired from her, and they also started trying this app, and animation and all. And Teresa's works are also really interesting. And I think Melvin's whole family is they are
Artistic
giving
family.
more, yeah, they are giving more inspiration to other artists. And my children are a fan of Teresa.
Superb, superb. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Yamini, for sharing that. So Melvin, I'm sure a lot of people over here have this question. So where do they start? How can you first step into, this space?
It's pretty simple. Like you need to refine your profile properly. Like for example, you need to understand this space. So what I would say, like every artist should spend like at least 1 week or 2 week just reading about all this stuff. Like for example, they can go to nftmalayali.com. We made a website there, and it's actually like a Medium publication, which is redirecting to that Medium publication. And you can go to the first blog, and we have a technical guru. His name is like Adib. He is like an IIT student, and there is one amazing content writer called Mahesh. His brand name is like Boho, and so these two guys sit together for like spend like one full night or something, and they uh, created that blog, and that blog is very useful for many artists. So you can just go over there, like go for the first blog over there and read that blog, and you can learn about all the terminologies or everything connected to NFT space, and then do your research like for like 1 week or 2 week, get into some other NFT communities, try to learn many things, like be in some Twitter space calls, Clubhouse calls, and do your research properly, and then you come to this space. Um, don't just come just because of the hype, because this is not for everyone. That I clearly say, like because if you don't want to spend your time, or if you don't want to be in social media, or if you are more concerned about your privacy and other things, right? Like then don't come to this space, because you have to expose yourself, because this is a transparent world. For example, for Yamini, she is not a social media person, or she is not like a like extrovert kind of person. She do her work properly, and what happens is like when she put her branding properly in all social media and everywhere, and when she started putting her work in progress videos and everything, her work started talking for her. Like that will also help. For my daughter also, what I did was like she can't come to these clubhouse calls and Twitter spaces and all, no, because she's going to school and she has some other activities, and I don't want her to be in this online space like me 24 hours. So what I did was like I recorded her video, what she did in what was her idea about that project and everything, and I put as a pin tweet in Twitter, so that anyone who sees her work and interested in her work, they can come to Twitter and they will see the video there, and she's telling the story about it, so they feel convinced, and they can go to her Instagram page, and they can see her growth from like to 2019 till 2021, how her style evolves, and what is her total strength and everything, right? So I was documenting her work in Instagram. And so that will help. Likewise for Yamini, if a collector is coming, and you know what, like the first collector is from like an art collective, and they collected Yamini's work because of the quality of the work. So that is what you need to focus. Like you just need to focus on the quality of the work and understand the space, learn a little bit about cryptocurrency and everything, how the growth is going to be and everything. And you need to consider whether it's going to be like an investment or it is going to be like a like making some revenue out of it. You need to decide which part you need to focus. For example, I sold my five artworks till now, and I put all the money back into the community. Like I collected 14 art pieces from my account, and we started an art gallery, including me, my wife, and we started one NFT art gallery. It is called M and N, where M is Melvin and N is Nimi, and we started collecting artworks from artists, and we collected one artwork from Yamini and one from Unichetan and another from another artist, Anya. So and whatever money we make from this art, we are putting back to the community. And we know, like for example, right now I have like 17 artworks in my collection. Out of 17, I'm pretty sure like three or four artists might shine in this space, and that is good enough for me to make money whatever I invested on it. One artwork is from Adamel as well, you know. So that matters. Like for example, when Nadamil was telling about his works to me, he was not telling about his work. He was explaining his passion towards this NFT space. The moment we feel like I need to invest on this artist, you know. So if you show full passion, full commitment towards it, people will buy your work. That's it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, want to add a point to that. Like the technical side, like setting up the MetaMask and getting a foundation invitation or choosing your marketplace and all these stuff are the easiest thing that anyone can do. So, like, these are very technical and it can be learned in a day. So, after that, you need to understand how to promote or how to engage with the community. Like, if you are a very introvert person, you need to break your comforts. Like I was a person like that. I never spoke on any clubhouse or even on an office call. I will try to keep myself mute for the long time. Even if I have some opinion, I will try to text that. I was a person like that, and I broke that comfort because if you want to sell your NFT or if you want to engage with the huge artist community, you need to speak about your work or else people will not know you, right? So it's not even the Twitter, it's completely different. The audience you have on Instagram and Twitter, it's completely different. So you need to start everything from scratch. Like I still remember when I started, I was having just 20 followers on Twitter. So the growth you get is organic. You need to put a lot of effort. You need to invest a lot of time and people only know the success stories, but there is a lot of effort behind uh, every success. And one important point I want to add is from next week onwards, we are actually starting another onboarding session. Like from scratch, we are explaining how to start doing NFT. So on this Wednesday at 8 p.m., we have a session which is in Malayalam actually. Uh, Basic onboarding session, like from A to Z, everything will be explained. So our tech expert Adib, he is an IIT Delhi graduate. He's also the cyber security. Like you should be aware about the security aspects as well. Like a lot of hacking and all these things are also in the NFT space since it's dealing with a lot of money. You should be aware about the security also. So we are planning to start our onboarding session again, like a second version from this Wednesday, and Thursday it will be on English. So if anyone want to, yeah,
How do we get the link to this, Narmil? I think I'm sure most of.
yeah, it's actually you. If anyone is interested, you can join NFT Malayali Clubhouse as a member.
Okay.
So yeah, also we will be
And
sharing all the updates on Instagram and Twitter.
yeah, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll be sharing a lot of events. Like, for example, today at 8 p.m., we are interviewing one 13-year-old NFT artist called Leia. She's from Chennai. So every Saturday, we used to do artist spotlight. When you go to nftmalayali.com, you can see some amazing artists like Amritpal, everyone was there, like, and they will share their insights, like the mistakes they made and how they enter into this space. So every Saturday, that artist spotlight will be there, and you just follow us in Twitter and in Instagram and NFT Malayali Instagram page and NFT Malayali Twitter page as well, and we have like a Discord channel as well. You can join there too. So you can go to my Clubhouse profile or Nadamil's profile and you can see the NFT Malayali events that is associated with us. You can go there and you can put the notification and you can join the club as well.
Okay, done. We'll do that. So, how much time do we have, Mohit? I think we have a slot till 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Or
We
okay. So, okay. Even though I have a lot of questions, I'm sure this is can go into a very very long conversation. But we'll take some questions from the audience. I see Ravi Raj. Do you have a question to ask the artists
Like
here?
my name is Ravi Raj. I'm from Gujarat, Ahmedabad, and I've been like into this subject like since 2016. Like I think this cryptocurrency is like even back then, but I got to know about it like in 2016 while I was working in IT. So in a way, I'm a mobile app developer, but then I got a interest towards design, and later I did a course of master in design and visual culture in Lisbon. And from there, I got to know the process on how to actually work around with design. And as it is a part of IT, like if I consider developing mobile apps, I also need to focus on design, and then only the products could be created in a better way. And that's how I learned the course, just to improve my design skills so that I can create good products. And recently, recently, the NFT market has got much attention from all the sectors. So I was like doing my own research, and in a way, I got to know that this is a way like where I can portray my skills and the knowledge I have gained into a channel and into a medium, and see what more I can get out of it. So my question is like I'm very new to this. Like I just today itself I posted NFT uh, artwork on OpenSea. It's just like hour back, and I really wanted to know also the other side on how to get attentions and how to grow my own market, or like how to reach those people who are interested in buying, and how because I was late, like I joined very late in the in this conversation, so I definitely have missed a lot of parts what you guys were sharing. So maybe if you guys are already kind of leaving the chat, maybe like I can join again later. But I just had this because it's all new for me, and I wanted to get to know like is it like the people, the NFT investors, they find you, or is it like you are pushing your artwork to get an investor to see your art and that?
So basically, Ravi, what I want to say is like you put your best work over there and you put a proper description about your work and connect with um, all the communities associated with it and try to talk in a space where you want to talk about your work, not just about your work. You just need to understand what is working and what is not working. For example, yesterday we were doing a draw party for one young artist and an established artist. They collaborate each other and they created one artwork. So the thing is like that guy is like a very introvert kind of artist. But when you look at his foundation profile, you'll be wondering like how this kid is doing this. Like he's only like 20 years old or something like that. But the thing is like he put his best work in NFT space. So people are seeing his work when he put his work in Twitter, or as well as when he comes to a stage when people look at his profile and seeing it. So it's more about, so in NFT space the promotion is called shilling, like where we go to some space and talk about us and talk about our work. So instead of chilling, I would say like you need to chill. Like instead of chill, just chill. You just enjoy the space and enjoy others' artwork as well, and try to speak for others as well. Like do it organically. Like so, many times I forgot to talk about my work, and I just talk about others' work, and it's pure happiness, Like for example, that is what Nadamel, Yamini, and everyone is doing the same. Like more than promoting, it's like it's being with the community and enjoying the space and everything. So
Yeah,
gradually,
yeah,
well,
because yeah, correct.
yeah. So
That's what like gained my interest because I saw so much of work. Like I used to follow Pinterest, but this is like even like to a next level than compared to that of the artwork which I see, and that's how I was like boosted, to get to into this space, to experiment. And the idea which I started was like it's called How Are You? So like there are dogs all around, and they just want to say us hi, and we don't have a language to say them back. So I started with this idea of having like that community of animals who are not able to speak. So I started this artwork of mine in that direction, just to support. And for me, it's more like not getting money, but like even if I receive money, I would like to donate that money to NGO, or if a lot of money is received, I would like to donate. Like I would like to create my own NGO to help the animals like dogs, as well as like the other animals out there. And it's like
yeah.
an initiative I plan to start.
So all these things are like personal things. Like we can do anything with NFT. Like see, for example, I'm doing like an art, like gallery kind of thing, but you can do like an NGO. So that is completely personal. But what I'm trying to say is like, for example, when I talked to Nadamel, the first he was not shilling about his work or he's not talking about him. Instead, he was talking like, "Hey, Chata, this is a very good opportunity for artists. We need to do it like this thing." Like that passion was there. So these kind of organic expression of yourself through your art or through yourself, which will attract collectors. So you don't need to be very careful about like how to shill or how to promote yourself. Just be with this community, and that's how like in physical world also it's like that. No, you can do a lot of promotion, PR work, or whatever, but then if you are not doing it organically, no one is going to trust on your brand, right? So it's the same here as well. You can do like
True.
you can, yeah, and don't
True.
never, yeah, never spam collectors like they. So that is one thing that I learned. Like I become a collector before becoming a creator. So then I understood what and all we should never do. Like so once I become a collector, once I collected Nadamal server, I used to get like a lot of spam emails and other things, and people were like sending like, "Hey, just look at my work" and other things. So then I understood we should never do this. Like, so that really helps me when I become a creator because I never shill any collectors. So I just put my work and I try to talk about my work whenever I get a chance. So that's it. We all just enjoy this space, man. Like then automatically everything will come. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually very helpful, and that is the reason like I'm here, like communicating with you guys just to have an idea, because like we all are different, and we learn from each side whenever we communicate with people. And this is like my learning stage about this entire world we are getting into, and it's like my understanding. I will take whatever I can receive from it, and like improve my skills, as well as improve the, like just enjoy, as you said, like just chill around on what we all are doing, like enjoy all the artworks done by people.
Cool, cool. All right. Thank you so much, Raviraj, for coming up and sharing that. And thank you, Melvin. I think we are, past 2 minutes past our time over here. Anyone likes to add anything? Mahesh sir, Cyril sir, Mohit, do you want to add something
Yeah,
to the session?
I actually had a question. I mean, it could be a silly question, but when you're doing traditional works, so when you're putting it in NFT or when you're attaching NFT to it, so are you giving the buyer the license for the digital version of it, or the physical version also belongs to the buyer now?
Yeah, so the collector, he's only getting the token that is generated, like, so he's only having control over the token. Like, for example, when you submit one artwork in NFT,
Mm-hmm.
it's been registered as a token in blockchain. So a particular token will be generated. That is what the collector is getting. The rest of the things, the complete copyright and everything is there with the artist itself. He is not getting anything, you know. So that work is established in blockchain, and that creates a unique code, and that code is having the value, not on the artwork, or he doesn't have any control over the artwork, you know. But you can, if needed, through your personal connection with the collector, if you want to send the physical artwork, you can send it, but that is not mandatory in the NFT space.
Cool, cool.
Maybe Natamel can add more thoughts into it if needed. Yep.
Yeah, so basically the collector is actually getting an asset of that artist. So that is the simple logic. And
Okay.
physically, like if you need to send, like let's say if it's a painting and if you are like scanning that and making it as an NFT, and if you are selling it for a very high price, and if you want that piece to be with the collector who own that, so basically we don't recommend that because any person who buy an NFT will resell that at some point. So it will just belong with the first collector of that piece, right? So we recommend not to mention that anywhere on the blockchain, like on the description, you should not mention that you are planning to give the physical version of this.
Narmil, I think we lost you there. So, what I understand is that when you're trying, so one good thing about selling a digital art like this through NFT is that you get royalties. Is that correct? Something that you won't get when a physical copy of an artwork is sold, right? So for artists, let's say it's moving hands, shifting hands from, so one person buys it and then he sends it or he sells it to another person. There's no way you can track it, right? But because this is blockchain.
Basically, every transaction on blockchain is having a history. So like it's very transparent. So
Yeah.
uh, what I mentioned is like if you add like you will be sending the physical copy to the collector. Like if you resell that, so the original piece will be with the first collector.
Yep.
He might not be even sending that physical one to the on the secondary sale, right? So that is why we recommend not to add all these points on the description. Else, you can, if you want to give the physical version to the collector, you can just personally connect with them, and you can say that okay, I'm ready to give this to you, and just like that, it can be in a personal conversation.
Okay, okay. So what I was trying to say is, I think you dropped off in between, Armil, and I added a point there. So what I was trying to say is, if it is a physical copy and you're selling it to somebody, there's no way you can track or you get royalty on if that owner sells it to somebody else. There's no way you can. He could have sold it for a much higher price, but that is not possible on in the NFT marketplace, because you can collect royalties for each time your artwork is sold, right? Which I find it very, very fascinating,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, even I have sold two of my pieces on secondary market.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So like for every secondary sale, I will be getting 10% royalty.
Right, and this is something that you set, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, that depends on the platform. On Foundation, it's 10%. That is actually fixed by the platform. And on OpenSea, we can actually fix it. Like it's from 5% to 30%, I think we can.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Cool,
that is the
cool.
best thing. Like if you sell around 20 or 30 NFT and you can retire at some point because
Exactly.
your brand will grow and you will be getting royalty. Like all these pieces will be sold on secondary market because there should be a scarcity also from your side. If you mint endless amount of artworks, like there will not be any demand for your artworks. So if
Mm-hmm.
you sell a certain amount of works, then you should take a break, like so that the pieces which are already sold on secondary, like on the primary market, will get sold on the secondary. So you will get the brand also grow, and also you will get royalties. Like it's like a passive income. Like forever, the income will be there.
Right, right. It's fascinating.
So, Rashmi, I think it needs like another 1 hour or 2 hour to describe all this thing.
I know, exactly.
So,
So we
yeah,
better wind up from
what
here.
what I would suggest is like we are
Even I
having a
was
session
rushing. Even
in
I was rushing with my words.
yeah. So at 8 p.m. IST, I mean your Indian time, right? We are hosting one 13-year-old artist in NFT Malayali. So if you can come over there and you can ask more questions over there. And
Sure.
on Wednesday and Thursday, we are having that onboarding session for NFT people who are interested. So a lot of questions will be answered there as well.
Okay, all right, done. So, very interesting conversation, Melvin, Nadumil. All the best to you guys, and we hope to catch you all soon again. Thank you so much, and very happy Onam to both of you. And
Happy
all the
Onam to
participants,
Thank you.
the audience, thank you so much for joining the session today. Thank you. We can drop off now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melvin. Thank you, Naramil.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Melvin,
everyone.
Nadamil. Thanks, Lakshmi, Mike, Sir. Thank
bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Take care.